Hello everybody, how you guys all doing today? All right, ego. You know, my ego just popped up a little while ago and it stuck its head out for all to see. And it was interesting because I'm like, hey man, why am I doing this? And at the time, it seemed the right thing to do. Like it needed to throw in its 2 cents, right? It didn't feel good as I was doing it. I was trying to prove a point. And that's what's interesting. And that's what I want to talk about. You know, the ego wants to prove itself as valuable. Indirectly, I think it's because it wants to keep you around. In other words, ego is not a bad thing. It's not a thorn. It's a function of your survival. It's a function to help you. I consider it almost like an operating system to be in reality, to help you survive to the next moment, essentially. And in that case I was in, it was a sense of, hey, I'm valuable. I'm important. I got some insight for you that you're going to deem important, so therefore elevate me for saying it. Okay? And that's what ego kind of is. You know, whenever it gets stepped on, or, you know, say you're in an argument with someone or whatever it may be, it's defending you. You try to stifle the other, right, in hopes of, you know, living to the next moment or showing importance, you know, in the pack, right? You know, humans are pack animals, right? And so it's a function, and it, you know, you just got to work with it, right? You know, it's not going to go away. But the cool thing was that after the fact of throwing in my 2 cents in that particular moment, I stepped back for a bit when I was alone. And I'm like, what the hell was that? It didn't feel good. And so when we use ego, you don't feel good. You know, it's not an aligned thing. You're trying to force something down someone's throat because you feel you have a need for value. And that's important to recognize because you exist. You have been deemed to have importance. And then as I'm already confused. You exist. The proof of it is that you are. That's it. The ego acts out of lack. It sticks its head out when it feels it's in a disadvantaged position or it needs to demonstrate value, because you only want to demonstrate value when you're feeling not valuable, right? Self-worth stuff like we always talked about. So long story short, it's okay. Feeling that vulnerability is okay. Actually, feeling the vulnerability is the stepping stone in recognizing you're so much more. You are the platform from which ego can stand on. So welcome it, you know, appreciate it. I appreciate mine, you know, I appreciate my ego. And I recognize it for what it is, and I kind of like talk to it a little bit. I'm like, bro, you know, thanks for sticking up for me, but we're good, you know what I mean? And so when you approach it from that level, instead of trying to stifle it, you're coming from a position of recognition that you are the platform. You are the mountain, right, from which that tree grows from. That recognition is you, the bigger version of you, recognizing and admitting that fact. And you're so much even larger than the mountain. You're larger than the planet. You're larger than the solar system, okay? We can go on for infinity on that, right? But I want you to understand and feel and know your self-worth. And everything else stems from it. The experience stems from all of that platform that you are. This world is to experience the nuances, that spectrum of emotion that comes from being alive, being an extension of source, to change the very fabric, recombine the very fabric of existence to make it better. That's what we do. I love you very much. You guys have a great day. Peace. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. I hope this made sense. I just thought I'd throw it out. I didn't really take any time at all to think about it. It's like maybe 2 seconds. But it's valuable. Knowing your self-worth is valuable. It's so critical. And feeling your vulnerability is recognition that you're so much more than that vulnerability. Do you understand? To have an empty glass and recognize it's empty is to recognize that you have a glass. It's to recognize that you're holding a glass. It's to recognize that you're in a room, but the glass is placed. I guess that makes any sense. You're so much bigger. And the Spiritual Guide channel is about recognizing that largeness, the extension, the infinity, the extent you are, right? Lots of love. If you guys have any questions, just a minute below. Again, these are my first videos, so if you ever have more of a personal question or something you think that you don't want to put out in the forum, right? I should have a link below somewhere in the description where you can submit questions. And if I get enough really deep questions and stuff like that, I'll definitely have a workshop on them, because I'll know that people have a need for more detail, right? So lots of love, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.